I cut my hair. My mom is proud. No, looking back at the Wednesday workout that you're about to watch, like the head of lettuce that I had was just getting outrageous. And I was like, I'm done. It's enough. I didn't even cut it into a mullet. I didn't go Craig Angles. I wanted it gone. So this is the new me. This is the sub 235 me, maybe. Reality is this week, we're getting the video out a little bit later than normal, but it just feels like Groundhog's Day. Like I've kind of developed this phrase, mastering monotony. It's just monotony, just the same thing over and over, especially under Jeff's workouts with the 11 miles easy. So often, like 10 or 11 miles easy, that's 3 days a week. Been running the same exact route along the forest preserve. And yeah, it can just get so boring and so monotonous, but the reality is like, that's what needs to happen. And the artistic side of me is like, it just feels like these videos are kind of turning into the same thing, but the reality is it's the process. And so no matter what, I want to take you along for that. It doesn't mean that I don't want to cover different topics. I'm going to cover a few other things today that I haven't in past episodes in the last few weeks, but that's just kind of where my headspace is right now. And in the midst of all of this, you might have heard in a few episodes prior, my work life is filmmaking and photography. So that's my professional career. Go to this place in the video if you don't want to listen to me jabber about art. But the reality of my life is I have to balance a lot of different things. And so a lot of my filmmaking, a lot of my artistic career moves the past 2 years were in a feature-length documentary with Joe Greer. He is a film photographer, an artist in and of himself, and a runner, and took on the marathon in 2021 for the first time. And we really wanted to document his stab at a sub 240 marathon. And in the midst of kind of doing this superficial mini documentary with him, we realized like all the skeletons he had in his closet. And we were interested in really telling that story and fleshing it out. And after hearing it from him, we're like, okay, do we want to do this? Do we want to make like something that's feature length? And so we spent the next 2 years filming and refilming, and as life unfolded, we just kept doing it. And so we made this first trailer because on March 9th of 2024, which is coming up very soon, we are premiering it for the first time to the public in Franklin, Tennessee, where he lives. So if you are interested at all in seeing this documentary, that's gonna be the first premiere. We don't have any cities or dates lined up for the rest of the tour yet for in-person screenings. Hopefully we're gonna do that in May and June. But if you're interested at all, if you live in Nashville or Tennessee area or the Midwest or whatever, would love to see you come out to this film premiere. And I'm just going to share the trailer with you here. So I hope you enjoy it.
Someone running a 2:49 as a debut marathon is pretty impressive already. And for a lot of marathoners, if they could ever get anywhere close to that time, that would be a crowning lifetime achievement.
Sub 240. I want to do it again, and I want to run under 2 hours and 40 minutes. How in the hell am I going to shave 9 minutes off of what I just did?
We need milestones to like mark time, right? If it's just this like expansive, unending future, then how do you make sense of the progress you've made?
Absolutely.
Like, it's 240, but who cares, right? It's 240 because it marks this chapter of time, right?
But also there's still so many layers of trauma that I had not dealt with and possibly still haven't.
When he was adopted into that family, it was not obvious where he fit in that whole dynamic and that whole system.
There are those windows. This is where we all lived. 6 kids.
When you're in these really difficult physical states, your body and your mind runs through the gamut of emotions, and it becomes both therapeutic, but it also can be haunting. Because all these things that you may not even realize that you're carrying with you suddenly come bubbling to the surface.
So tickets for this event are just linked right below. You can get your ticket if they're still available right now. And if you are interested in any of the cities that we go to in the coming months, you can sign up for the email list right below that. That's going to be all the information regarding this film when it goes to different cities, when it goes to online premieres, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for your support in that. Any support with this film is just really helping me produce more stuff on this channel and just support me on a greater scale just in the work that I do. So I appreciate you guys and listening to that. All right, same old. Monday, Tuesday was 11 easy. Again, mastering monotony, and then we hit the Wednesday workout. So I'm just going to play back what Cyrus already cut for the Wednesday workout, just kind of talk through all of my thoughts. So we're going to go back in time, back when I had the full head of lettuce, and I'm just going to voice over all of my thoughts and feelings as Jeff punished me. All right, we got 55 degrees today. Nice balmy February day. Big workout today. We got 2 miles in strides to warm up. 7 miles at 5:50 to 6 minute per mile pace, which is going to be about marathon pace. I'm going to probably work it down to 5:45 because I really want it to be a threshold effort. 800 meter jog after that. 4 times 800 meters at 2:45 with 1 minute and 30 second jog rests and then a 2 mile cool down. Let's smash it. Hey Cyrus, you ready? You ready? Started off with a Go Gel. The new mixed berry is insane. Absolutely love it. And so after 2 miles of warm up to get to the track, started with lactate threshold miles. Jeff just said anywhere from 550 a mile to 6 flat. And I wanted to be fueled right. So you can see that I am holding the Nathan Soft Flask. And if you've seen any of my videos on Strava or Instagram or whatever, I've been carrying this soft flask for virtually every single run I go on. And it's filled with G1M Sport. So 2 scoops of G1M Sport mixed into about 20 ounces of water. So that's my carbohydrate mix and quick fuel. This part of the workout honestly was just not easy. It was a huge headwind on the way down. So 3.5 miles south on the lakefront path. And that headwind just made me question everything, honestly. Once I hit the turnaround point, I had the wind at my back again, but it's still, I mean, I was very fatigued by that point, but I was still clipping off like 550s, high 540s. So I really wanted to challenge myself and maybe even work down to like 545 a mile. But I don't know, Cyrus was saying I looked smooth and he was expecting me to say that I was feeling good by the end of that. But by the time I hit mile 7 in this workout, I felt like I was completely gassed, and I was really toiling with the idea of having to do track repeats, 800 meter repeats after this much of an effort. Thankfully, I hit all of the mile splits within the 550 to 6 flat window, if not faster. Some of them were in the 540s. And so once I hit that mile 7, that brought me to 9 miles total in the workout. And then it was an 800 meter jog. So I just, we finished right at the track there. So I just jumped on the track, did a really slow 800 meter jog, and then got into the reps. That was not fun. I want to walk so badly right now. So 800 meter jog was done. And then I started hitting 800 meter reps. And Jeff wanted these to be at 245 a piece, which is, again, very similar to the 800 meter reps I did the week prior. Should be around your marathon time for minutes and seconds if you're really pushing yourself on 800. So 235 if I'm going to, be on an all-out 800 workout, but this is post 7 miles of lactate threshold. So was trying to hit 245, really struggled. The first one, I think I hit 247. Second one, I hit 250. Super fatigued. There was jog rest this time. So I think I did 1 minute of jog rest. I think, yeah, 1 minute of jog rest. But then I just really dug deep on the last 2 and sent it and hit the split times on those. So I felt really good about that. got through it. As you can see, I was wearing the Endorphin Pro 3s, the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s. I think I might just go with that again for Boston because the Elites are just sold out everywhere. If you know anything about getting a pair of those, would love to hear it in the comments. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to go with the Pro 3s again. A great workout shoe, great race shoe. And as you can see, also I'm wearing the Coros heart rate monitor on my arm every workout to get that accurate data every time, just so I can see the trends throughout the entire training block. So here, this is my last rep, and I think I went 245, something like that. Could put it on the screen. But yeah, I don't know, I get kind of self-conscious when everyone's around the track, especially if we're filming. Everyone's like, who the heck is this guy? And why is his hair so disgusting? That was not easy. I have no idea what my last split was, but I think it was under 245. That was the biggest mental battle of the block so far, undoubtedly. 2 mile cool down. We'll bring it in for the day. Be about it. A huge change I've made as I've become, I guess, more of a experienced runner is during workout days, like, it's okay to take a break before the cool down. I think in my head, prior to like breaking 3 and all the years of not really knowing what I was doing, I would just feel like I had to keep going and not stop. But really treating the warm-up as a warm-up, get ready, do the workout, stop. It's okay to stop for a second and then cool down, because it's a cool down. Like, it's okay to just like have a breather for a second, because now that I've like taken a few breaths after 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, I can run again. Whereas 2 minutes ago I was like, I don't think I can run anymore. So I'm gonna hit 2 more miles and then we'll be done. So that rounded out the workout to be a little bit more than 14 miles. We did a 2 mile cool down right after that. And it's a beast. Like, these 14 to 16 mile middle of the week workouts are no joke. Tomorrow I'm going to be heading out and doing 9 times 1K. And I know it's a super popular marathon workout, but now looking at that, this is the first week now moving forward that coaches kind of spicing up the long run. So there's a lot of fast stuff in my long run, my 20 mile long run coming up this week. And the one that I did last weekend that I'm going to cover in this video as well was still 19 miles easy, but I got spanked on this workout. I'm not going to lie. It was hard, and I felt it through the rest of the week, all the way into my long run. Like, my hamstrings were sore pretty much the rest of the week. Here's a reenactment of what just happened.
It looks like you're praying.
Just preparing for my death.
How many miles do you have to run?
Reenacting this is so stupid. 10 miles. I'm gonna have to run 10 miles.
That's so much.
It is so much. It is so many miles. It's just a balance with life. And then on top of that, just being a quality husband and father. That first and foremost, honestly. I've been coming into work at 9:30 instead of 9 every day just to get that extra time, make sure my wife is all set for her day before I head out, watch all the kids while she's getting ready. And I'm okay with sacrificing, a half hour here, an hour here and there to make sure that there's enough balance in my life with still getting the training in. It all comes with the challenge of a block and going after a hard goal when you're doing all the things that I do. And so I just want to be fully transparent with all that stuff as well. Oh, and then the next day I ran in the evening, did 6 miles on the treadmill, and then 4 more miles outside. Okay, but for real, after Wednesday workout, I was destroyed. Yesterday, we got to bed at 11, was it? Started watching a new show, got to bed at 11. I was like, I need sleep more than getting up early to run 10. So I decided to sleep, got 7 hours, still only got like 45 minutes of deep sleep. It's like, I'll just run in the evening. I'm so tired. My watch says I'm still not even 100% recovered yet with over 24 hours of not running. I've wanted to just do half of what I'm supposed to do, or like switch Friday for today. I'm just going through it right now. I'm very much in the middle of this block at this point. I'm exhausted, but I'm just gonna go a lot easier on this 10 mile. Obviously you've seen on the episodes a lot of times I've been going easy runs at like 7 to 7:15 pace. Probably gonna keep it around 8 minutes a mile on this one. Or if I feel better towards the middle, I might go a little bit faster, but I'm so tired. That was hard. It was hard to get that in at that time. Did it, got it done. Quick fartlek workout as I've been doing on Fridays. And so 10 reps at 20 seconds fast in the middle of 5.5 miles. And then I went to Waterfall Glen, which is in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. Everyone had been recommending it. Good elevation profile for training for Boston. Nice and hilly, beautiful 9-mile loop, a little bit over 9 miles. So 2 times around was going to be my long run, and it did not disappoint. What did disappoint is that Cyrus was out of town, and I had to film some of it on my iPhone, and it was just like the filmmaker in me was dying because it was so gorgeous. It was fresh snow and sunrise, all the vibes. And within the first mile, I stopped like 3 times to film all these clips. I did my best to be well prepared. I got dude wipes just in case I had a bathroom situation. But I found out really quickly Waterfall Glen has porta potties like everywhere along the trail, which is incredible. Such a good place to run if you're in the Midwest, if you're in the Chicago area. Highly recommend. So I hit the porta potty before, headed out, had my breakfast in the car, had a Go Bar, had some G1M to sip on, and then filled the soft flask and just got to work. You can see the bars at the beginning where I stopped to film. But you can see, it's not perfect, but you can see the same trajectory along the course of the 2 loops where the same downhill happens from the beginning in the middle to the end. But a lot of the first half of the loop going clockwise was net downhill. Doesn't mean that the hills in the process weren't somewhat significant. I haven't been to the Boston course, but it looks like how the Boston course will be with technically net downhill all the way to 16, but a lot of rolling hills, very similar to how CIM was. But you could see in this loop around the mile 7 point, it bottoms out and then you climb this massive hill. And someone on Strava told me that people call this hill Big Bertha. And it's about 150 feet of climbing. So 50 meters of climbing from the bottom to the top through a mile. So that was honestly really intense. The first time I went through it on the first loop, I was like, oh, it hurt. And then I knew that I was going to be absolutely wrecked on the second time through because I was going to be at, mile 17 or 18 in the run. I was really proud of myself. I got through it. I even passed a cyclist who was kind of struggling up the hill, and then he just wrecked me at the top. But it felt super good to get all that elevation in with how flat everything has been just running in Chicagoland area for the first 5 weeks of this training block. I know that I need to be getting that up and down and that elevation in from time to time to prepare myself for those hills. So that's going to be on the treadmill. It's going to be going to places like Waterfall Glen again to get those reps of up and down, get my body acclimated to it, get my quads and hamstrings acclimated to that change in elevation. And the whole workout ended up being about 850 feet of gain and a net loss technically, which again is very similar to the Boston course. I think Boston's between 800 and 850 feet of elevation gain, and I think it's around 1,100 feet of loss throughout the course. So just an incredible place to train. You will see it again for sure in this series. Yeah, coach said to take it easy, but I really wasn't looking at my watch much at all on the run and was just kind of going off of feel, and it ended up being 655 per mile average for the whole run. And my heart rate average was 148 throughout. So, I mean, technically, I guess you could consider it an easy run, but by Monday, I was just wrecked. Like, I felt awful going out on my 11 easy Monday morning after a day of rest. So I'm realizing I really need to dial back the easy more. I think I'm getting too excited to get out and run easy paces based on heart rate. And so again, everything in moderation. Need to make sure that I'm not swinging the pendulum too far in either direction of easy and hard when it comes to these workouts. So felt like this episode was a big word salad. Sorry if you felt that way. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully it was enjoying to watch. Did that make any sense? Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. Dude, I'm just so mentally and physically fatigued right now, and we're doing the thing. I hope you're doing the thing. Be about it, and hopefully you'll hit your goals. I want to hit mine. I hope I do. And thanks for cheering me on as I'm trying. I love you all. See you soon.